Well, hello. It is time for some live stream yoga, and I'm going to, like I normally do, give you guys a couple minutes to jump on, allowing you some time to get to your mat, find the link to the YouTube channel. If you are all ready to rock and roll, you can allow yourself to get comfortable on your mat for our beginning breath practice. And yeah, so my name is Nicole Wasman. I'll be leading you through our practice today, planning to do some warriors. So we'll really tap into some strength. I'll break the poses down for you just so you know a little bit more in depth on what we're doing, how to do, allowing your body to get into this in different ways so that you can open up and push your edge. And from there, you guys are going to have a little bit of opportunity to decide how far into the practice you want to go today. So I'll give you a couple options as we begin our class, but more on that later. So if you are just joining in, let me know how you're doing today, where you're watching from, and hola, hola. And if there's anything that you're looking to work on in our practice today. All right, so it is 3:00 p.m. Central Time. So we will go ahead and begin our breath practice. Go ahead and sit yourself comfortably on your mat. I'm going to go ahead and join you right back here. So see you in a sec. Allow your sits bones to root into the earth. Bring your hands to your knees, facing down if you want to ground, facing up if you would like to energize, receive, whatever's comfortable for you. Maybe your hands rest here. Maybe you stay at heart center. Option to pick what's gonna suit you today. Allowing your eyes to fall to a close. Noticing where your breath is at. To change it, just watch it. Watch it go in your nostrils, where it travels in your body. Watch it as it exits your nostrils and how it feels on the way out. Checking in with the sensations that you feel with your breath. How it sounds, what the texture is like. Allowing it to be where it is and just noticing. As your breath brings you more deeply rooted into your mat, begin to let your mind go. Freeing yourself from all the thoughts of today. Whatever has happened, whatever is yet to happen, wherever you're headed after this. Allow that all to just push pause, knowing that you can come back to it later. It'll still be there if you choose. We'll begin to deepen our breath. You can go ahead and place one hand on your belly if you would like to use this as a guide. If you have practiced this breath before and you feel pretty good with it, you can keep both hands wherever they are situated. Otherwise, our hand on our belly is going to allow us to feel where our air is actually traveling in our body. You can also place one hand on your chest. So if you're really breathing shallow and through your chest, your top hand is going to start rising. But we're really going to work on moving the air down into our belly. So when we inhale, our bottom hand is going to rise out as our belly inflates like a balloon. And as we exhale, our hand is going to come back towards our spine. We're drawing our belly button in and up. And then as we inhale, we re-inflate. Exhale, hand comes back towards the spine. So allow yourself to make nice, long, smooth inhales followed by equal length, smooth exhales. As your hand rises and falls. Letting your breath take you on a journey inside your body. Noticing what your body has to say to you today. Sometimes our body gets a little chatty and wants to tell us about all the different sensations, tensions, areas that we're really holding on to things. I don't like to use the word pain, but something people can relate to. So if there's any areas that you're kind of like, ooh, not so good right there, really allow you to go right into those spaces of your body and start opening them up. On your inhale, your hand rises, belly comes out. Exhale, belly falls. Let's take a couple more rounds of breath here, and I'm going to introduce a new breath for you today. If you've been following the last few practices, we've really been working on belly breath and adding a pause in at the top or the bottom of our belly breath. So if you'd like to continue with either one of those, feel free to stay right there and continue practicing. Otherwise, I'm going to have you place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. We're going to do what's called a 3-part breath. So go ahead and breathe into your belly. Allow the air to travel up into your lower rib cage. And then fill up just a little bit more, letting your top hand expand. So you're rising that air all the way up, filling up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, the air is going to empty out from the top. So your hand on your chest is going to come back in. Your lower rib cage is going to start to sink. And your belly button is going to draw in and up. Inhale, belly rises, inflate through the lower rib cage, bring it all the way up to the clavicle bones, rise here. Empty out from the top, air coming all the way up from the chest, back down into the rib cage, followed by the belly. Inhale, belly rises, fill up a little bit more. Exhale from the top down. So it's almost going to feel like a little bit of a wave where our belly is coming all the way out, and then our chest is coming up, and then our chest is going back down, and then our belly is coming in and up. So allow yourself to use your hands to guide. Inhale, belly rises, inflate through the lower rib cage, getting your air all the way up to your top chest. Exhale, top chest. Middle rib cage, all the way down into the belly. We'll continue taking a few more rounds here, so let yourself kind of think about this one, let yourself feel it out. If it's new to you, it's probably going to definitely feel awkward, so let it be awkward. We're not always great at everything we start out, but as long as we take that first step, that first breath, we allow ourselves to go outside of our comfort zone, beginning to explore a new space, which will in turn, in time, open up more of our body throughout our practice. And if you'd like to go back to your belly breath, feel free to do that at any point in time. This is your practice. Otherwise, we're inhaling into the belly, filling up into the lower rib cage, all the way to the top of the chest. Chest falls, lower rib cage, belly comes in and up. Belly rises, rib cage, chest comes in, lower rib cage, belly in and up. Inhale, rise, fill a little bit more, and begin to empty out, deflate from the chest, rib cage, and belly. Feeling what you feel, noticing what you notice as the air fills up your entire body from your root all the way up close to your neck. Exhale, empty the air out from your chest, rib cage, and out. Take one more round right here, filling all three parts. And then as you empty right back out, return to your normal breathing. Hands can come back comfortably, resting on the knees. Eyes can stay closed. Giving yourself a moment just to process how that felt, what your mind did, what it was like to try something maybe new or different. We'll use our belly breath throughout our practice today. If you would like to also add in Ujjayi breath, which we have not gone over yet, but if you know it, it's what they sometimes call the Darth Vader breath, where it's almost like you're fogging up glass, but then you close your lips, so you're just restricting your throat on the in and out. Can also sound like the waves of the ocean. So Ujjayi breath is another breath you can use today as we go through our warrior sequence. Beautiful thing is you get to pick your breath. Otherwise, if all of this is a bit newer to you, go ahead and start with the belly breath that we did at the beginning of the class, where you inhale and your belly rises, and as you exhale, your belly falls. It's a great one to focus, bring you back to your present moment. From here, I'll have you guys take a second to set your intention for your practice this evening. And what brings you to your mat today? What would you like to work on in your body, focus on? What brings you to your mat tonight? Once you have your intention set, think of one or more things you're grateful for. And we'll go ahead and we'll get started with our practice for into our warriors. Coming towards the top of your mat, allow your arms to rise up, inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and sit your tailbone back as you're sitting into your chair, reaching your arms up and out, drawing your belly button in and up as your tailbone points down towards the floor. Gaze is just about in front of your toes. As you exhale, straighten your legs, fold forward. Hang here for a bit, couple breaths. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Allow yourself to take halfway lift, creating a 90-degree angle, reaching out through the crown of your head. If your back is arched, allow yourself to really flatten out, opening up your shoulders, drawing your chest up. Exhale, fold forward, planting your hands on the floor, take high plank. If you'd like, you can do this from your knees. At any time we do a chaturanga or high plank, you can take this variation. As you exhale, your elbows are going to graze the side of your rib cage. You're slowly going to lower down to the floor. Inhale, push through your hands, and take baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips to the sky, coming into your downward dog. Allow yourself to pedal out your feet, opening up the backs of your hamstrings, bringing a little bit of movement. Maybe this is your first downward dog of your day. Feel all four corners of your hands on the mat. Sink your chest towards your thighs a little bit more, sending your tailbone even maybe another inch higher towards the ceiling. On your inhale, right heel rises up and out. On your exhale, bring your knee into your chest, planting your foot on the floor in between your hands. Rise up, warrior one. Your back foot goes down at a 45-degree angle. Your front knee stays just over your ankle in a 90-degree bend. Or a little bit higher. Arms shoot all the way up, biceps covering the ears. So if your hands are in front, work on bringing them back as your chest and your shoulder open. Let your body be where it's at. Exhale, hands float down to the floor. Bring your foot. Find your high plank once again. And as you exhale, allow yourself to lower down to the mat. Inhale, find your up dog or baby cobra. And then tuck your toes, exhale, sending your hips all the way back up to the ceiling. Once again, downward dog. Inhale your left leg. Exhale, knee into your chest, finding your foot on the floor in between your hands. Rising up, warrior one, opposite side. Checking in with your stance. Once again, your back foot is going to be turned out to a 45-degree angle. Your knee over your ankle, 90-degree bend. So maybe if you have more flexibility in your hips, you might be a little bit more deep in your warrior. Allow yourself to warm up to get there if you are not already in a practice. Exhale, hands float back to the floor, framing your foot. High plank once again. As you exhale, lower yourself down to the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, rise your hips up, downward dog. As you're in your downward dog, reconnect back to your belly breath, or maybe you're doing ujjayi. On your inhale, your belly rises. Exhale, belly comes in and up. Your next inhale, bring yourself all the way up high on your tippy toes, and exhale, walk up towards the top of the mat, allowing yourself to hang here. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, sweep your arms up right back into your chair. Staying here for just a couple breaths. Feel your body warming up as we create heat and strength in our chair. Inhale, stand all the way tall, reach up, maybe take a slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up once again. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Give your toes a little wiggle to make sure you're keeping the weight in your heels. If your knees are out over your toes, slide yourself back a little bit, maybe meaning you come up and out of your chair just a little bit. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into your belly. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale to halfway, bringing your hands to your shins, flat back. Draw your shoulders down and back away from your ears. Exhale, hands on the floor, high plank. Allowing your elbows to graze your rib cage. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to up dog or stay with your baby cobra. Exhale, tucking your toes, find your down dog. Inhale, raise right heel. Exhale, right heel in between your hands, finding warrior one, reaching your arms up nice and tall. Inhale into your belly, belly rises. Exhale. 2 more breaths right here. Exhale, float hands around your foot, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left heel in between your hands. Rising to warrior. 3 breaths right here. As you inhale, your belly rises. Connect back to your intention for what brings you to your mat tonight. Allowing your breath to keep you in this present moment. Your exhale, your hands will come back down around your foot, framing it. High plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, send your hips high, downward dog. Let's be here for 3 breaths. Allowing your chest to melt a little closer to your thighs. Maybe you have a nice deep bend to set your tailbone up a little higher. Inhale, rising up to your toes. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rising your hands up, find your chair. 3 more breaths right here. Allowing your belly to inflate on the inhale, deflate on the exhale. Reaching your arms up and out. Maybe you reach a little farther. Draw your shoulders down and back. Let them melt away from your ears. Inhale all the way to standing. Take a slight back bend here if you'd like. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, chair once again. 3 more breaths. Should be starting to feel some heat rising through your body, raising your core temperature just a little bit, maybe a lot of it. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Hands planted on the floor. Exhale, lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Three breaths right here. Inhale, rise your right leg all the way up. Allow your right heel to come towards you as you open up your hip. Option to do some ankle circles if you'd like. Maybe you take some knee circles to loosen up your hip joint. If you'd like to flip your dog, you can go ahead and rotate your right foot all the way down to the mat and open up right here. One more breath. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Rising your leg up and out. Exhale, right foot comes in between your hands, rising up, warrior one. We're going to be in our warrior one for just a little bit. Inhale, breathe into your belly. Exhale, let it go. Allow your shoulders to melt down and away from your ears. Still reaching energetically up and out. Exhale, hands around your foot. High plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. On your inhale, your left heel rises all the way to the sky. Put a bend in your knee, drawing your left heel towards your right glute. Starting to roll your ankle, option to stay right here. Maybe you draw circles with your left knee, staying there. If you'd like, you can also lower your left foot down, opening up into a flip dog here. Inhale, left heel comes all the way back up, finding your 3-legged dog. Exhale, heel comes in between your hands, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, float your hands back down to the floor. Find yourself in your high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, send your hips high, downward dog. 3 more breaths right here. Allow yourself to connect back to your belly breath. If it's gone away, bring it right back. Inhale, inflate. Exhale, belly comes to your spine. Sending your hips a little higher. Melting your chest a little more. Gazing up towards your belly button. On your inhale, rise up to your toes. Exhale, step it forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up, sitting your hips back. 1 more chair. Breathing into your core. Expand, exhale, surrender. 1 more breath. Inhale, fold. Exhale, let it go. Inhale all the way up to standing. Slight back bend here. Exhale, hands come to your heart center. And shake it up just a little bit. If you'd like, you can go ahead and take some shoulder rolls backwards. Maybe some shoulder rolls forward. Moving into our warrior, I'm going to break the poses down just a little bit. So we're going to start in our right warrior. Right foot at the top of your mat. Left foot stepping back into your warrior 1. Check your knee over your ankle, getting into your 90-degree bend here. If you'd like to go deeper, step your back foot out a little bit further. Back foot at a 45-degree angle. With your back foot, work on rolling towards the outer edge of your foot. Pressing through a nice, strong, straight back leg. Sinking in to your front leg. Turn your hips forward towards the top of your mat. Turn your tailbone down towards the mat, creating space between your hips and your rib cage. Shoot your arms all the way up, drawing your biceps to cover your ears, letting your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Inhale into your belly. Exhale, release. Allow yourself to find your nice deep belly breaths here. Smooth inhales, smooth exhales. If your hips are pretty tight, allow your back foot to come a couple inches closer to the long edge of the mat. This will give you a little bit more space to turn forward. If your knee is coming towards the inside, push it back out so that you can see about where your 3rd toe is. So if you look out over your knee, you should be able to see about your third toe. If your arms are getting tired, you can always bring your hands to heart center and do warriors just from the strength in your legs, because there's a lot of work happening right here, especially when we add in our breath. 2 more breaths. Option to straighten and come out at any time is also perfectly wonderful. Give yourself permission to take breaks when you need. Exhale, float your hands down to the floor. Coming into your high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, pushing back to down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, rise up. Warrior 1, left side. So again, we're going to start building our yoga poses from the floor all the way up. So checking in with your feet, grounding through all 4 corners of both feet, pushing towards the back edge of your right foot. Nice, strong, straight back leg. 1 foot out towards the long edge of the mat with your right foot, giving yourself a little bit more room to twist forward. Tucking your tailbone down, drawing your belly in and up, creating some length and some space between your rib cage and your hip bones. Arms rise up, biceps cover the ears. Exhale, allow your shoulders to melt away from your ears. And breathe into your belly. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths to really allow your self to go inside as you continue to breathe and unfold. Because this is a pretty strengthening and strong heated pose. If you need to straighten your leg at any point in time, especially if this is newer to you, go ahead and take breaks. Option to come back in or just hang out until we're done. Your body will guide you, and know that you're doing plenty of work. Let's do 5 more breaths. Inhale into your belly. Exhale, belly to spine. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, filling all the way up into your belly, creating as much space as you can. Maybe you sink just a little deeper. As you exhale, your hands float all the way back down to the floor, framing your foot, finding yourself in your high plank once again. Option to go right back into your down dog or even child's pose if you'd like, right here. If you want a little bit more, allow yourself to go right on through into your chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, child's pose. Or down dog if you'd like to hang out there for a few breaths. If you're in child's pose and you'd like to do a different arm variation, allow your hands to wrap around your heels, placing your forehead on the mat, letting your shoulders just melt in towards the floor. Breathing into your back spine. Exhale, surrendering a little bit more to the mat, becoming as heavy as you can in this little ball. If you're in your child's pose, bring yourself all the way up into your downward dog. Inhale, up to your toes. Exhale, bring it to the top of your mat. halfway lift, fold forward, inhale, rise, slight back bend if you wish, and exhale, hands to your heart center. We're gonna build into our warrior series here. If you would like to stay with just your warrior one, you can stay in your warrior one the entire time. We're gonna move into warrior one, warrior two next. If you wanna stay in only warrior one, just continue your breathing. And if you need to come out of your warrior one at any point in time, just straighten your leg, or you can sit in your child's pose. So do as much breath as you'd like, but we're gonna move warrior one to warrior two. So if you wanna add into your warriors, go ahead and keep following along. If you wanna stay in your warrior one, do that, practice that. Stay there if that's enough for you for today. So your right leg is gonna come forward, left, coming back, rise up, warrior one. Remembering to go down all the way to your foundation, checking in with your feet. Moving up into your legs, creating a nice strong base, turning yourself forward. Tucking, lengthening, rise. Inhale, exhale, sink a little deeper. If you're staying in your warrior one and practicing your warrior one with just your breath, allow yourself to continue right on here. If you're moving forward, turn your back foot to a 90-degree parallel to the back edge of the mat. If your right knee comes in, allow it to push towards the back edge of the mat. Tuck your tailbone down once again. Shoot your arms out in both directions. Gaze out over your front middle finger. And this will be our warrior two. Inhale, breathe into your belly. Exhale, belly comes back up into your spine. Maybe you sink a little deeper. If your shoulders are up towards your ears, allow yourself to just melt them down. Reach out. Sometimes I like to wave my arms a little bit just to release some of that tension that I'm holding. If you're still in your warrior one, allow yourself to give a little straight bend real quick there. We're going to be here for 3 more breaths before we move on. Connecting back to your intention. What is your head saying about your breath? What is your head saying about your body? Come back into your breath and check in with your body. As you inhale, turn your back foot to your 45. Check in with your warrior one. Exhale, hands come back down around your foot. Option to take your high plank into your chaturanga flow. Maybe you go right back into your child's pose. Maybe you go meet us right in down dog. The option is yours. We'll take 3 breaths right here. So whether you're in down dog or child's pose, 3 breaths. If you're in your child's pose, bring yourself into your downward dog. Our next inhale will rise up to our toes. Exhale, bring yourself up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Take your slight back bend. And exhale into your heart. Meet in your warrior one. Building from the ground all the way up. Checking in with your feet, moving up into your legs, pop your knee back. Knife edge of your foot out, roll your foot out. Turn your hips forward. Create length and space here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink deep. And breathe. If you're staying in your warrior one and practicing your belly breathing, go ahead and stay here. Remember to straighten at any point in time or take your child's pose. If you're moving on into your warrior two, turn your back foot out at your 90-degree angle. Foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Bring your knee towards the back edge of the mat. If it's folding towards the front, open up your hips. Bring your arms up and out. Draw your tailbone down. Belly comes in and up. Reach in opposite directions, looking out over your front middle finger. As you inhale, reach long. Exhale, sink a little deeper. If you find yourself leaning forward, go ahead and lean forward, then come back. And then check in with your nice neutral vertical position here. Allow your shoulders to melt away from your ears, letting your arms float and reach. Let's do 3 more full, long, smooth inhales. Exhales maybe take you a little deeper into your lunge here. On your inhale, your belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, if you're in warrior two, bring yourself back to your warrior one for just a beat. Inhale. And as you exhale, hands float back down towards the floor. High plank. All right, you guys know your options here. So again, you can move right through your chaturanga into your down dog. You can push back into your child's pose. Maybe you meet just at down dog. Pick your variation, and we'll be there for a few breaths. Allow yourself 3 really full, big inhales and exhales here. Maybe your exhales turn into cleansing breaths where you use an audible HA sound on your exhale. Surrendering and letting something go that you've been carrying that's ready to be released. Let your breath do that work. Inhale. Exhale. If you're in your child's pose, go ahead and bring yourself up into downward dog. Our next inhale will bring us up to our tiptoes. Exhale, meet at the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Folding forward. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, reach. Slight back bend here. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Great job, guys. So we're going to add one more step in here. So bringing your right foot back to the top of your mat, stepping into your warrior one. If you've had enough and you're about done, also feel free to continue back to your breath, sit in your child's pose, take breaks when you need it. We're going to add in our reverse warrior this time. So again, option to stay at your warrior one the entire sequence. If you'd like to move into warrior two and check that out for a beat, go ahead. We'll add in our warrior three, coming back to our warrior one, either flowing or meeting in child's pose down dog. You get to pick how much work you want to do this evening. So check in with your intention, check in with your body, let your breath guide you into what your practice is calling you. Inhale, arms come up, warrior one. If you're staying in warrior one, continue your breath. If you're moving into warrior two, go ahead and turn your back foot to your 90. Check in all the way up, reach, look. We'll take one big breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing your left hand right behind your hips to rest on your right hip over here. Reach your arm up, palm facing back. So you're going to look at your palm. And you're going to just bend through your side body here. You can also take your left hand and reach it to your thigh or maybe your calf. Just avoid your knee joints so you're not pushing extra pressure right here. So you can rest right on your outer thigh. I like to keep my elbow bent and just rest more on my hip, reaching up and floating back. So whatever warrior you are choosing to be in right now, connect back with your breath. Keeping your legs nice and strong, starting down at your feet, checking in with your posture. Let's do one more inhale, one more exhale wherever you are. If you're in reverse warrior, take your warrior 2. Next breath will float you into your warrior 1, bringing your back foot to your 45. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, float your hands down. We'll take 3 breaths right here. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Slight back bend. And exhale, hands right into your heart center. Planting your left foot down, opposite side. Warrior 1. If you're staying in your warrior 1 and keeping your practice right here today, that is really beautiful. Continue to breathe into your belly. If you're going to move forward, take yourself into your warrior 2, turning your back foot out to 90. Reaching out through your arms, breathe here for just a count. If you're going to reverse your warrior, take your right hand and place it right behind your back on your left hip, maybe straight right on your right leg. Inhale your palm towards your face. Exhale, reach up and back. If your knee floats towards the inside edge, roll it towards the outer edge of the mat. Keeping your legs nice and strong. Connect with your breath right here. Whichever warrior you decide to play with today. 3 more breaths. Inhaling. On your next exhale, come back into your warrior 2 if you're not already there. Inhale to exhale. Making your way back into warrior 1. Inhale to exhale. 2 more breaths right here. Exhale, float your hands down towards the mat. Taking either your chaturanga, your downward dog, or your child's pose, go ahead and do what's good for your body this evening. We're going to be right here for 3 more breaths. Inhale up to your toes. Walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Cross your legs and allow yourself to sit right on your seat. Deep breath. Be really grateful that we made it to the floor. I don't know about you guys, but that was definitely a lot of work. So we're going to do a little bit of floor work right here before we finish up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Clasping your hands right around the edges of your feet. letting your knees fall towards the mat. Draw your shoulders down and back, pulling your chest through your arms, maybe a slight bend, pulling yourself forward towards the soles of your feet. Option to have your elbows on your calf muscles if you'd like to give yourself a little bit more pressure in the downward position, or you can just kind of hang out and flap those butterfly wings. The legs did quite a bit of work, so allow your body to play and explore a little bit here. And remember, we're still breathing into our belly. Belly rises, and exhale, our belly falls towards our spine. Sending your breath down into your hips, allow yourself to surrender a little bit deeper into the mat. If you feel like you're holding on or anything like that, breathe and see if you can bring your knees a little closer to the mat. Maybe you pull your chest a little closer to your soles of your feet. There's always ways to progress in our postures. Allow your breath to guide you into that progression. 1, to avoid injury, and 2, so that we create trust with our body when we're breathing. Sometimes we go a little too far, a little too fast, and bad things happen. So really want you guys to go slow and listen to what your breath is telling you to do, no matter what I'm saying. If something feels like it's too much, allow yourself to pause, stop, back out of the pose. This really isn't a competition. Nobody's looking at you, judging you at home. Whatever you're doing is awesome. The fact is that you're here and that you're breathing. Allow yourself to sink in a little deeper. You should notice that your hips are really starting to just fall and be heavy. Maybe your knees have gotten quite a bit closer to the mat, or even a lot more open than what you're used to in your hips. The longer we spend in a pose, the more we breathe into a certain area, our body really starts to just slowly melt and release. Let's take 3 more breaths right here. From here, we're going to transition all the way to our backs. We're going to keep the soles of our feet together. We're going to stay in the same pose. We're really only just moving our back towards the floor. So allow yourself to roll right on back, placing your feet right on the floor. We're now going to do our butterfly in a reclined position. If you feel like this is going to be a little bit too intense for where you're at right now, you can always grab some blocks, some pillows, a blanket, anything that you have at home that's nearby and accessible, and you can just prop it right underneath your legs. This will allow you to have more of a restorative pose where you can really just let your body sink in, breathe here, be supported, and not actively have it keep opening. We've done a lot of active work today. So if you're really ready to just rest, maybe prop something up underneath your thighs or your knees and let yourself just breathe right here. If you're feeling okay and you're liking the hip opening right now, the intensity is all right, allow yourself to place your hands right on your hip bones and just breathe right into this. Your belly is rising on your inhale and falling back towards the mat on the exhale. If you'd like your eyes to fall to a close and really just turn inside, you can go ahead and begin to close your eyes. Start to listen towards your heartbeat. Bringing your focus back to your intention for your practice this evening. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, sink a little deeper into the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, expand. Exhale, let go. Allow your next exhale to bring the heels towards the bottom corners of the mat. Flipping your palms towards the ceiling. Allow your body to sink a little deeper into the mat. Since you're already here, you should be pretty close to your final resting Shavasana pose. We've made it to the end. Way to go. Eyes coming to a close if they are not already. Give yourself a little shake or a little wiggle if you need to let go of any tension that you're still holding from your toes all the way up to the crown of your head. Let everything in your body just kind of melt away into the floor, letting your body be as heavy as it can be. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth, maybe gently parting your lips. As you inhale, relax your eyebrows. Let your cheekbones melt, creating some smoothness across your entire face. We'll rest here for just a couple minutes. The sound of my voice will bring you out of your Shavasana. So for the time being, allow all of your thoughts to pass and just be in this restful, surrendered space. Begin to deepen your breath back into your belly, letting it rise and fall. Bring some movement into your toes and your fingers, waking up your body nice and slow. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, taking a nice full body stretch. Reach. And when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest, rolling over onto one side, coming into your fetal position, allowing your head to rest on your arm like a pillow. Eyes can still be closed. Taking a moment here to let your body integrate with your practice. What did you let go of? What did you learn? Which edge did you push? When you're ready, inhale yourself back up to seated, coming into your cross-legged position. Bringing your hands to your heart center, taking your time to get here. Eyes can stay closed. Thank your body and honor your body for what it was able to accomplish and support you through tonight. Carry the strength of your warrior poses into your daily life, feeling grounded and strong from your foundation, your roots, all the way up through your body, out through your fingertips as you reach tall and shine bright. The love and the light in me honors the love and the light in each one of you, my friends. Namaste. Hello, hello, hello. Take your time coming out of your yoga practice. If you are still here, just want to say thank you for joining this evening. Class tomorrow will be live streamed right here again at 5 p.m. Central on a Thursday. And we will be doing some more yoga right here. So if you do have to go, please feel free to jump off. And again, thank you so much for giving yourself this time and this space to share your practice with me. If you'd like to jump over and put anything in the comments, maybe one thing that you're feeling, share your intention for your practice tonight. I always like to check in with you guys and give you just a little time to process, decompress, share if that's what you like. I really like sharing what happens in my yoga practices just because I find it to be a very explorative space. Yoga for me started out very, very body focused, very, I've had quite a journey in my body in general. So I really enjoy that I've found my breath to help me get into my body in deeper ways. So my yoga practice tends to be a little bit slower, as you like to see it. That doesn't mean we do not do work. It does not mean that we don't really get our heat and our sweat going, but it does mean that I like to talk you guys through the poses a little bit more, break it down for you, stay in poses longer so that your body begins to naturally just unfold for you. So there's a lot of magic that can happen there. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you again so much for being here tonight. I will see you guys back again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that. You'll find out when we're doing our daily live streams. I kind of do them pretty close to every single day right now. And thank you for subscribing if you already have. Share this out with your friends and family, and we'll meet back here to keep our bodies moving, get our breath to come to our inner zen, and we'll keep unfolding together. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.